What is up, you guys? It's your boy Eli5 back with another video. We are at the point within the 2020-21 season where every single regular season game counts for NBA teams to fully solidify their playoff spot. And pretty much the regular season is over and it's going to be transitioning to the NBA playoffs. So I feel like this is the perfect time to rank the top 5 point guards throughout this entire season. And probably in future videos, there will be more top 5 ranking videos regarding NBA basketball in general. So without further ado, let us begin with today's video. If you guys haven't done so already, make sure you guys like this video and subscribe to the channel if you hold heavy interest for NBA basketball. I post NBA discussion videos consisting of topics that can be very relatable or can serve to be very controversial for the NBA fan base entirely. If you guys are interested within these fields, subscribe to the channel if you're willing to watch NBA content, and you guys have the option to comment down below any future video topics that you guys would like to see in future videos. With that being said, let us continue on with today's video. Now, before we get into the top 5 point guards within the 2020-21 season, we will first start off with the honorable mentions. Russell Westbrook for the Washington Wizards. Russell Westbrook has begun this season on a very shaky road as he was trying his best to play through a significant injury hindering him to play up to his fullest potential. But then, he turned his entire season around for the greater good, and he is playing at a very historical level. The Washington Wizards were no doubt the worst team in the league upon the debut for this season, and Russell Westbrook has flipped the switch to provide the Wizards with great quality basketball to become one of the hottest teams in basketball within present time. Known as the triple-double king, he has been averaging numbers that would initially seem impossible to average, and he is defying every single odd regarding these narratives. He has broken the long-awaited record of having the most triple-doubles of all time, passing Oscar Robertson for the #1 spot, and he is still known for being a point guard that could perform with high tenacity and intensity. Coming in at the number 5 spot, we have the one and only CP3, otherwise known as Chris Paul for the Phoenix Suns. Compared to other great point guards within the league as of today, I could say that Chris Paul is very unique in play style. Chris Paul is recognized as a true point guard and contributes to the game of basketball in a way that is very unselfish, and he is always looking to get his teammates involved rather than score for himself. He is a player that holds a great presence on the court by making his teammates perform at their highest potential and being able to score whenever he has to, and he can even be an on-the-court coach for his team at times. And to add on, Chris Paul is a very great performer in crunch time moments, as he is always showing up big in critical moments in basketball games and scenarios of close games in the fourth quarter. The moment Chris Paul got traded to the Phoenix Suns to play alongside young rising star Devin Booker, the Suns were automatically projected to be a competitive playoff team. The Suns went from missing the playoffs last season to being a top seed in the competitive Western Conference, and a lot of that is due to the immaculate basketball presence Chris Paul offers for the Phoenix Suns, and Chris Paul is very deserving for the number 5 spot of the top 5 point guards within today's season. Coming in at the number 4 spot, we have the one and only Luka Magic, otherwise known as Luka Doncic. Luka Doncic is a very special player indeed. Just at the age of 22 years old, he is already being recognized as one of the future faces of the league NBA basketball has to offer. Being drafted by the Atlanta Hawks initially, along with being traded to the Dallas Mavericks, he has shown his great potential upon his debut of his entire NBA career, which won him the Rookie of the Year award. Luka Doncic has been very outstanding for the Dallas Mavericks this entire season, and he is a point guard that can control the pace of the basketball game to undergo his favor to perform at his greatest potential. He is able to score in high proportions as well as get his teammates involved consistently, and he is making the best out of his team's circumstances, as the Mavericks' second best player Porzingis has been dealing with injury this entire season, and the leadership of Doncic has had a huge influence for this team to win games consistently despite the loss of their key second option. I don't know if you guys can relate, but I have personally seen projections that Luka Doncic could become the best Mavericks player in franchise history, even better than Dirk Nowitzki. Coming in at the number 3 spot, we have Damian Lillard, the same exact player that is notorious for Dame time. Throughout his entire career, Damian Lillard has always been very lethal from behind the arc, and he has shown his presence of being a pure scorer time after time. Throughout the course of this entire season, Damian Lillard has made his presence in crunch time moments within full display. Every time the Blazers are in a scenario where they need a bucket late in the fourth quarter, Lillard has always been the player to step up to make crucial baskets down the stretch for the Blazers to win the game. The narrative has died down tremendously, but earlier this season there were even talks for Damian Lillard possibly winning the MVP award, making him participate within the MVP race for this season momentarily. He is also a point guard that can generate assists for his team, as he is averaging a respectable amount of assists per game, and apparently he has a ridiculous shooting percentage from limitless range, making him the best deep range shooter statistical wise. Time after time, Damian Lillard proves to the entire NBA world as to why Dame time is as real as it gets. Coming in at the number 2 spot, we have Fear the Beard James Harden. Upon the Brooklyn Nets and Houston Rockets trade, there were many narratives indicating that Harden will not be a great fit for the Nets at all, insinuating the arguments that Harden is a very selfish player and he is only going to make the odds of the Nets winning a championship even lower. But on the flip side of things, he has completely shut those narratives down, and he has played as the Brooklyn Nets point guard, contributing at the highest level. He is recognized more of a shooting guard, but he has shown that he is able to excel at the point guard position, and his role on the team helped the Brooklyn Nets meet their expectations as they were struggling to win games before Harden was even traded to the team. Along with being a very lethal scorer from behind the arc, as well as being able to draw fouls consistently and being able to get opportunities down low to the basket, he has been very magical being the floor general for the Brooklyn Nets. He has been sidelined for the majority of the second half of this season due to a hamstring injury, and him being off the court shows a significant difference regarding the way the Nets offense is ran, making another narrative that the Brooklyn Nets can only perform at their highest potential with Harden being present at the point guard position. Now, last but not least, coming in at the number 1 spot, we have Stephen Curry. Who else could it be? Stephen Curry has been defying all odds consistently this entire season. Throughout this season, Curry has had to carry majority of the load, being the only consistent scoring threat for this Warriors roster. Despite every single double team or even triple team thrown onto Curry, he has always been able to find scoring opportunities for his teammates, and even so, he has been performing at arguably his greatest performance ever within his entire NBA career. He is currently recognized as the greatest shooter of all time, and this narrative set upon Curry allows for him to use that to his advantage as well. Having the presence on the court of being such an extraordinary shooter, players on the opposing team would have to guard Curry as soon as he crosses the half-court line. The way that the opposing team game plans to guard Stephen Curry, it opens up even more opportunities for Warriors role players to shine. Having the presence that he does, players would have to guard Curry within unusual places on the court, which spaces the floor enormously to benefit his team even further. Compared to his MVP seasons in the 2015 and 2016 season, there could be a legit argument made that he is performing even better this current season despite his MVP seasons, which is truly amazing within itself. And there are even narratives that Curry could potentially be better than the one and only Magic Johnson. But other than that will conclude today's video. This is my first time ever doing a top 5 rankings video, so let me know in the comment section what you think about these rankings. Do you guys think the list can be altered in some way, shape, or form, or do you guys think the list is perfect? Make sure you guys like this video and subscribe to the channel. I will greatly appreciate it. I'm out. Peace.